Yo, what is up, guys? It's Logical Looks, and today we got a quick little video basically showing you guys how I ended up making 70,000 MT in literally 30 minutes. Now, this actually happened on stream, and this actually happened a night ago. Unfortunately, I was gonna drop this video yesterday, but I was not home in order to actually film and edit it. So it's gonna be dropping today, as you guys could already tell, because you're seeing the video today. You know what, let me just get into it, man. Basically, what went on during stream was just a crazy series of events, man. We basically were just on one filter, and we did end up kind of we may or may have not ended up getting not hundreds, but at least like 10 to 20 to 30 to probably 40 silver snipes. And honestly, I gotta show you guys some of them. I gotta run down why this is the best filter in the game to this date, and I actually gotta run down over what the filter is, because some of you guys still don't know, and that just blows my mind. Okay, guys, so just like last year, man, the silver filter is great for a lot of things. Of course, it's great for filling out collections. Would I recommend you guys doing collections this early on in the year? Absolutely not. Try to save your MT. Maybe do one collection for each conference, just so you can get that extra MT. And then after that, just try your best to snipe. And I actually just missed out on a pretty good snipe. This Chris Dunn, let me just say he goes for quite a bit. I kind of played myself there, but it is what it is. That happens. Sometimes you just don't see them in time. So basically, guys, this filter right here, I'm telling you, is probably one of my favorite filters, if not my favorite filter in the game currently. No, it is not a flashy filter. You're not going to be sniping, your LeBrons, your Kawhis on this filter, but you're going to be sniping cards that are going to just add up for pure profit for you guys. And honestly, yes, there is competition on these filters because I just missed this Damian Jones. But at the same time, you can easily beat your competition out. And most people do quit on this filter after 5 or 10 minutes. If you spend 30 minutes on this filter, I promise you, you will make at least 25 to 50,000 MT, depending on the time of the day and how many people are on 2K and how many cards are going up and whatnot. So definitely, bro, hop on the filter. That's the first thing I have to tell you guys. You gotta use this filter no matter how much MT you're sitting at. I don't care if you're at 100K, 500,000. I don't care if you're at a million MT, bro. Use this filter while silvers still have great value in the auction house, and try to make the best of it, man. Before silvers are basically cheap like they were at the end of last year. You want to make the most of this filter. I made around 350,000 MT just purely off this filter, and this year so far I've made at least 150K. Unfortunately, I'm addicted to packs, and you guys know how that goes. So yeah, basically, you guys know the filter. Silver, maximum bid, put it to around 1.350, and then put your max buyout at around 2.7K. If no cards pop up, keep going until cards start to show. And what you got to do is scroll to the 4-hour mark, 11-hour mark, and 24-hour mark to actually get snipes. And of course, you got to move your max bid down by 50 each time until you get to around 700 on your max bid, and then move it back up. You guys know the process. You guys know how it works. So yeah, that's the filter. I'm going to show you exactly what I did, guys, and who I really targeted to actually make this MT. So let's get into that really quickly. Let's go. All right, guys. So basically, I probably spent like 40 minutes on stream on this filter and made around 70,000. If you guys were in the stream, first of all, comment down below I came from the stream, just so I know who was in there and who witnessed it live. Basically, guys, I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. I know what the expensive silvers are for the most part. Of course, there are some silvers that I still don't know the price of, and that's not really my fault. It happens. There's a lot of silvers in the game this year, so it's kind of hard to keep track of all of them and just keep remembering their prices. For the most part, though, I know which ones are super expensive and which ones aren't. And I did end up getting super lucky on some of these. I ended up getting a lot of silvers for 1,000 and less, 1,000 MT and less, bro, which was pretty crazy, to be honest, because I did not expect to get 15 silvers for 1,000 MT or 1,200 MT or less. Automatically, those silvers will sell for at least bare minimum 2,200 MT. And I ended up getting some pretty good ones as well. I got some Hornets players, some Spurs players that ended up selling for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 MT. So you know what, it was great. It added up to a lot of profit very quickly, and honestly, I wasn't really that disappointed with it. Now, what I did, and I think it's kind of a little bit of a trick, I would say, a lot of people don't do this, is I went down to my max buyout and I put it up to 3,000 MT. Even though I have more cards to scroll through, I could see silvers at 3,000 MT, and this actually helped me a lot. I was missing the silvers, that were up for 1,000, 1,500, but I was also getting some really rare silvers, bro, for price ranges of in between like 2.5 to 3K, and that honestly helped me a lot, because some of those silvers ended up selling for, you know, 9-10,000 MT, especially if you know who to target. So I'm going to talk about some of the teams you should be targeting. I'm not going to go in full in depth, but I will go into, you know, a little bit in depth, I guess you would say. If you guys want a full video on that, I was supposed to make it for today, but yeah, it didn't really pan out. I'm trying to make like a nice Google Doc full of all the silvers prices for you guys, so gotta get that finished before I could drop it. I've just been super busy. So basically guys, I targeted some Spurs players. Not all of them, you know, not all of them go for a crazy amount. I targeted Hornets players. Here, I'll show you guys. We'll just go into the collections really quickly. So obviously Sixers I would probably stay away from, except for Kyle O'Quinn. Kyle O'Quinn goes for a lot of MT, at least he did. You know, he's still above, you know, 3.9. I guess that's the cheapest 4K. He's not bad at all, bro. Some of the Sixers players are pretty decent in price. If you could find them for like 2.5K, I would probably scoop them up, because, you know, you could easily flip them for a little bit of a profit. Like this guy right here, Furkan, he sells for a lot. You know, so Sixers is a good team to target. Bucks, try to stay away from. Bulls are another expensive collection. I have them fully completed. Some of these guys went for like 6-7K, especially like Kobe White. Chris Dunn goes for a little bit. Ryan, I'm not even going to pronounce his last name, goes for a lot. The Cavs, another team with silvers that go for a lot of MT, man. It's rare to see a Cavs silver in the market for cheap. You guys can see Cedi Osman goes for a lot. You know, these guys go for a lot. And another thing I want to mention, no matter what team they're on, if there's like a big name player that's a silver on any team in, you know, in the NBA, pick him up. They will go for a lot. Celtics, again, another team that goes for quite a bit of MT. You know, there are some silvers on the Celtics that don't go for as much as others, but some of these guys go for a lot, man. You know, Romeo goes for a lot of MT just because he's kind of a hyped up name, I guess you would say. He's going for above 10K. You know, if you could look through your collection, you might want to sell some of these guys. Hawks silvers don't go for like too much. Like Damian Jones doesn't go for a lot. Cam Reddish though, since again he is a big name, he is going for a little bit more, around 4,000 MT. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Heat players, they go for a lot of MT. Let me tell you right now, I ended up getting, I think it was a Derrick Jones Jr., and I ended up selling him for like 6K. So kind of an L. Actually, not really. There's one up for 6K right now. So not bad at all. I also did end up missing 2 Tyler Heroes when I increased my max buyout to 3,000. So that was kind of tough. But it is what it is, man. Hornets players are good. Knicks, yeah, they're pretty good too. Magic, there are some expensive ones. Not all of them go for a lot, but a lot of them do. Nets, I would try to stay away from. You know, they've got KD, so not really that expensive of a set. Or, you know, their silvers aren't really that expensive. Pacers are pretty good to do. Pistons, another pretty good team to do. You want to stay away from like Christian Wood though. He doesn't go for anything, I don't think. Yeah, he doesn't go for anything really. So if you're trying to buy him, just, you know, try to be aware of how much he actually goes for. Raptors have some expensive ones. You know, I would say anybody apart from Rondé Hollis-Jefferson and maybe Cameron Payne are expensive. Wizards, it's kind of a hit or miss with some of these guys. You know, Troy Brown Jr. goes for a lot, just like he did last year. CJ Miles goes for a lot. I've gotten a couple of him on snipes. You guys have probably seen it in the past. And then in the West, the Grizzlies are a great one. I've gotten a Dylan Brooks for cheap. Ended up flipping him for like 10, 11, 12K. Very easy profit there. All these guys go for above 5,000 MT, which is just crazy. So definitely target Grizzlies players if you have, you know, seen any on the market. Scoop them up. Jazz players, a couple of them might go for something. You know, Emmanuel Mudiay goes for a little bit, but some of them don't really go for anything. So, you know, just be aware of that. Again, Kings, it depends for the Kings. You know, guys like Trevor Ariza, again, 7,000-8,000 MT. Corey Joe, a little bit less, but still good enough. Like, honestly, you could find a division that has all these expensive silvers in it and just snipe strictly that division. That could help you a lot too. But yeah, the Kings, I would say for the most part, are pretty expensive as well. Lakers, not really that expensive. Mavericks are decently expensive, especially like Boban. There's JJ Barea, of course. These guys don't go for too much though. They are still expensive. You know, these guys right here, Dorian Finney-Smith, Ryan Brokoff. You know, those guys go for a little bit more. Some of these guys up here don't really go for too much. Seth Curry, pretty cheap as well. But again, if you can find him for, you know, 2,000, of course you want to scoop up any silver up for 2,000. The Nuggets, you know, I haven't really seen too many Nuggets players for snipes. I'm not gonna lie. Jeremy Grant is the only cheap one, and that's the only one I've seen for a snipe, to be honest. I haven't really seen Monte Morris and these other guys. You know, but they are here. Michael Porter Jr. is a pretty expensive one just because of his name. So yeah, you know, try to go for those guys. Pelicans, oh, it's kind of a hit or miss again. You know, Josh Hart, some of these guys go for a lot, but then there's guys like Darius Miller that don't go for too much, and Etuan Moore. Rockets, I would stay away from. I usually stay away from them personally. Spurs, you want to snipe. Suns, you know, some of these guys go for a little bit. Again, not too much. So you got to do your research. I can make a price list if you guys want. Let me know in the comment section. Again, Thunder, you know, not a bad, you know, collection to complete, first of all, because it is a pretty cheap collection to complete. So some of their silvers are really expensive, like Mike Muscala, Nerlens Noel. These guys are very expensive because they only have a couple silvers. So you know what? You know, they're in value. They have value. So people are going to try to pay a lot for them. And they're there for a lot. So just try to snipe those as well. Timberwolves, yes, you want to snipe. Portland Trailblazers, I tend to stay away from. You know, I did just get that Paul Gasol you guys saw. For 2,100, I believe, and he sells for like 4K, so not bad at all. But you guys can see, man, that's that. And then the Warriors, try to stay away from completely, man. You do not want to snipe Warriors players. No disrespect, nothing to do with that. They just do not go for a lot, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Honestly, it was a quick little video. I just wanted to tell you guys that this is the best filter in the game right now for purely making profit. You could spend 30 minutes on it and make 50K to 100K. Let me know down below how much you guys made off this filter and how much time you've spent on it, because I'm actually curious to know. I didn't spend too much time on it and I ended up making a ton of MT from it for no reason whatsoever. If you guys did enjoy this video though, leave a like down below. Let's try to hit 75 likes this video, man. It would be greatly appreciated. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, join the crew, and make sure to turn on those notifications so you never miss another video. I'm Logic Looks. Have a great day. Stay blessed. I got another upload dropping for you boys later on today, plus a stream tonight, hopefully. But that's pretty much it, boys. Hope you have a great day. Stay blessed. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Your principal told me that I had potential. Yeah, he pull up, but he pull up in rental. You niggas don't know, you don't know none of my pain. Remember the days when I walked in the rain? I'm going way harder cause it's a new season. I do what I do and I got all my reasons. And when I win, I never feel like I won, cause everybody